going on, family? To all of the lovers out there, to the couples that have been together for years, to the couples that have been married, to the couples that have just gotten married. One of the hardest things that you will ever have to do in your marriage, in your relationship, is connecting with the person that you love. And the reason why I say that is because we're always evolving, we're always growing. And because we change, doesn't mean that we change in every aspect of our life, but it really means that our life is no longer about us just being so centered on just ourselves to a certain point to where we stop growing. And that growth sometimes can be very confusing with the person that you're involved with. A lot of times they're very frustrated and conflicting because just when they think they have you figured out, that's when you change it up. And this is why I always tell couples over and over again that if you are trying to really make the person that you love feel good, you want to grow with them, all these things, then you got to understand one thing. You have to always try to outdo yourself when it comes to doing certain things for them. You can't always be predictable. And because they're growing like they are, then you're going to have to make sure that you step up to the plate. And it's not saying that you got to go over and beyond. It just means that you really want to show them that you really appreciate them. But again, the growing curves, the growing pains sometimes can be very difficult, because you loving them is one thing, but you understanding how to love them and speak their love language, because their love language is always changing. They might like one thing and they come to find out they don't like it like they used to. And that's just how it is. But if you all are going to be together like you really want to, you're going to have to relearn each other. You're going to have to do whatever you can to make sure that you are really giving this person the attention that they desire and need. If you're with someone that is very emotional and they love to communicate and they love to be direct and they love to spend time, then you're going to have to adjust to that, because you can't always make it about you. You can't become so selfish and say, you know what, I'm doing this for you, you don't appreciate it, and I'm doing this for you and you don't appreciate it. Their love language is changing. And you are going to have to learn how to take out quality time in order to grow with them. Because at the end of the day, if it's not about growth, then what is it really about? A lot of people got together for the wrong reasons and they connected for the wrong reasons. Just because you had a chemistry physical doesn't mean you're going to have the same exact chemistry in a much more mature level of an emotional connection. Because an emotional connection requires for you not to be physical all the time, which you can. There's nothing wrong with that. But you got to learn how to be able to communicate with them on their level. You got to be able to have a mature conversation. You got to be able to talk about the issues that you all deal with in your relationship, in your marriage. If you can't do this, then you're going to miss it. You're always going to be struggling, trying to make things work that is so easily that you can learn how to easily work things out by just communicating, talking about your issues, talking about your ups and downs, talking about the things that concern them, listening to what bothers them, and not always making an excuse for the reason why you do what you do. You just sit back and listen. You don't always have to give a response to the reason why you are the way you are, to the reason why you can't do what you want them to do. Just sit back and listen and work on it. And as you do this, believe it or not, they will be able to appreciate you listening to them, because that's exactly what it always starts with. So the learning curves, the growing pains, all this is important. If you want to love, if you want to grow, let's start here. Have a blessed, amazing day.